Welcome to No Fuss Veggie Food. Today we're going to make Cheats Black Forest Gâteau. So to begin with, because we're Cheats, it's any branded sponge mix that's already there. Usually these sponge mixes say add an egg, but I'll show you a way around that. So we just pop that into our bowl. More keeps coming out. Rightio. So I'm going to add some milk. So you basically just do what it says on the back, but instead of the eggs, we have an egg replacement. So if you want to look at the packaging on this one, I think this one we buy from Holland and Barrett, and it tells you how much to use in place of each egg that it's asked for in a recipe. So we're going to add some water and some milk. A spoon here. So I think we're going to need about eight milks of a big tablespoon. It depends what it says on the back of the recipe thing that you're using, the sponge mix, because different stores have different requirements. I'll put about 4, I think, of the water. And some egg replacement. About 2 heaped. Just going to give it a little stir just to see how that's going. Yeah, I think I'm going to need more milk, but I'll do that in a moment because I've just remembered something very important. This is going to be a really indulgent cake because it's going to be a birthday cake for my brother. So I'm going to put some real chocolate into the sponge just to give it that extra lift. It'll bring it out. So any normal eating chocolate, you can either grate it. I'm going to put it through the food processor because I'm really lazy. So anything you would eat, but I don't really use the cooking chocolate. I don't think it's nice enough to put into your food. It's probably alright. I mean, it is chocolate. I've got a different pack here. Doesn't matter if you mix different chocolates up. Choose what you got, what you haven't already eaten in our case, at our house. So I've put in about 6 lines of a big bar of chocolate. Give that a spin through and just pop it into the mix. There's some bigger bits there, but then that's okay. Somebody's just going to get a really nice surprise. Get a bit extra chocolate. Can't be bad. And I was thinking we need more milk, so I'm going to put some, I think I'm going to be able to put another 5 for now, and we'll see how it is from there. Still looking very firm. I think I'm going to go in with another 5 until it starts combining together. Just keep going. Right, I think I will go for 6, 7. It's best to add it slowly so that it doesn't get too liquidy. Can't take it back out after all. You might have a cake making one of those mixture machines, so your job will be easier right now. You won't have to do this by hand. I think the mixture's looking almost wet enough. I might just add one more spoon, just to make sure. So it's quite firm, but you can tell it's chocolatey and a little moist. That's going to take a few minutes to combine it all together, making sure there's no dry mixture left anywhere, mixing the chocolate all up. That's all mixed in. Next we need to put our oven on the mixture I've got, the sponge mix. It says 170 for about 20 minutes, I think, and that might be for cupcakes. So cupcakes are smaller, so they'll cook quicker. Next thing to do is just get some margarine and butter your tins ready. I butter them really liberally because I want this thing to come out. And I do use baking paper as well, usually. Just go in there with your fingers. You don't want to make a fuss. Like I said, I do usually use baking paper, but I'm going to risk it this time and put half each of the mixture into the tins. The reason it is looking lumpy is because of the chocolate we put in there. That's going to melt through. You won't actually be able to see the chocolate once it's cooked. You'll taste it then. And once that's done, Just spread your mixture around evenly. I find the smaller your tins are, the better it works. I used to use a really big tin, or I've even used a loaf one for making Black Forest Gâteau, just purely because of the reason that it gets quite messy once you add the cream, and it seems to be quite a little bit easier to handle in a loaf. But because I want to make a prettier birthday cake this time, I'm going to try the round. Out nicely. Fingers crossed it all comes out once baked. Even if it doesn't, I think I'll be able to hide it quite well if I get a crack or even break it, because Black Forest Gâteau has got tends to be quite messy anyway, so I might be able to hide it because of my laziness not to put the baking paper on. So we'll pop that in the oven for about 20 minutes, I think it says. About in the middle of the oven there, side by side. And I'll come back and look at it. So 20 minutes have gone by. Let's see what we need. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Stick a cocktail stick into the thickest bit. Look how they've really come up. And if it's coming out dry, that means it's ready. Turn that thing off and try not to eat the cake. So we've got to wait till these cool down before we add the other ingredients. It's been about an hour. I'm going to try to get my sponges out. Do remember, I couldn't be bothered to take the time to put the baking tray paper on, so let's see what we got. There's always a big chance it's going to stick or break. Just cutting around the sides and trying to ease it up a bit. Encourage it to come out. I did grease it really well, so hopefully that's helped. Oh, I've been very lucky today. It's come out in one piece. I think I'm going to put the flat down, side down, so it sits flat in the plate. Let's see about the other one then. If it does break, it doesn't really cause too much trouble. You can always cover it up with some chocolate or try to do a repair job, because Black Forest Gâteau gets pretty messy anyhow. You can disguise it. Oh, big hole. Left the rest. Oh, it's a big bit of chocolate, I think. There you go, patch up job. So I think I'm going to have to use this one because it was the nicer one. That didn't break. Turn this one upside down, and this one will be my top, which I also will turn this way, I think. Oh no, that's going to split. I'll keep it this way. So next bit, move these out of the way. I didn't actually need that. I thought I might need that to help it come out. Next bit, we're going to make the cream, whip the cream even, I'm not making it. Next we're going to whip our cream, so we've got double cream alternative. Just purely really because I can put this in the store in a cool place and just get it out when I need it. It always has a long date. So we're in April and this is October of this year. I'm just going to pour that into the jug, and then we're going to whip it. I think it takes longer than normal whipping cream that you get out of the fridge to actually whip. I really like the convenience of it, and I think it's better value because I get more for my money. I think it takes a bit longer to whip as well. So this is probably going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. Here comes the noisy bit. So that's really hardened up now, all whipped up. That's ready. So what I usually do with the cream is just pop it into the fridge for a few hours if you've got it. If you've got that kind of time scale, as you can just use it straight away. Just cover it with tin film and pop it in the fridge. It is really firm today, so I might not actually pop that in the fridge. I might just move on to the next stage and put it onto the cake. So we're using a tin of fruit filling, black cherry fruit filling. It's quite a find. You get it in any supermarket, and that'll give you the black forest look. It is, if you look at the picture, for making black forest gâteau. Used about half a tin so far. Try to put some more on. See if I can squeeze a bit more in. I don't think I'm going to get much more on. Maybe a cherry. That's that. And I usually do put my cream in the fridge, but this really is come out nice and firm, so I'm going to try just using it like this time. Sorry, bumping into the cameraman. And you know what's going to happen when you put the lid of the other part of the cake, the sponge on, it's all going to split out the sides, so that's completely normal. It just looks like a volcano. Don't worry too much about it, it'll taste great, which is the important bit. I usually try to make this up front a day or two before, because the longer you keep it in your fridge, the nicer it seems to get. And all this cream is going to go really nice and firm. And this sponge stays nice, so not to worry. So I would say I used about half of the long life cream. Just pop that on top, and there you go, I've broken it. Never mind, I will cover that up with the cream. And maybe some shaved chocolate on top as well. I might try to do something like this with lots of shaved chocolate with some cream and bits of cherry on top, just to cover this up because it has broken quite badly. I'll refrigerate that for a day or two and try to hide the broken bit. Very much cracked. A bit disappointing, but will still taste nice. So we're ready to try to fix the cake, which broke really quite badly. Real shame. I'm going to try to put some things in between. So I'm going to put the rest of the Black Forest Gâteau filling, the fruit filling, black cherry, into the gaps. That'll make it tasty and hopefully fill it up a bit. I've kept the cake in the fridge for a couple of days, for a few days. And so you feel it, it's all a cream, it's all hard now. Very upsetting when my cake broke for me. As it would be. So at least I got to use all of this tin up. The spoon just got cream in from the leftover cream that we whipped up. It really doesn't matter because we're going to cover the whole thing with cream in a moment. Why make more washing? So dollop your cream. Look how hard the cream's got. Dollop it on top. Got my candles ready for my brother's birthday. I'll put those on in a moment when I've finished. He loves chocolate cake. I suppose he won't mind too much it's broke. I won't tell him, see if he notices. So next, remember we put some chocolate, actual chocolate into our sponge. Well, we had lots of chocolate left over, so I'm going to shave some of that to put it on top of the cream. don't know whether to, I'll try it like this first. I'll probably have to get another plate to put the rest on. If it just goes to one. It seems to be going on fine. I was afraid it was going to not go towards the edges as well, but it is, so it's okay. You can do as much as you, or little as you like. I'm doing loads. Well, I've got to cover this up. A broken cake. Any excuse to eat more chocolate. I'd say we're about done now. Looks like a volcano. So that's the cake done. I'm going to put the candles on so you can see what the candles look like on the cake. Oh, I can't get him out of the pocket. Got it. Going straight through.
He's done.
Happy birthday cake. Can't wait to taste it. Looks so good. Wow, Black Forest Gâteau. Great for any occasion, even birthdays. Happy birthday, Sam.
Oh, it's delicious.
That was a really nice party, and as you can tell, no one could see that I broke the cake. It's holding quite well.